Oh boy, EC's going to complain again. So, as you can see here, I've got the Nintendo Switch 2 in front of me, showing a trailer for Donkey Kong Bonanza at £58.99 for the game. This is the digital version of the game, obviously. But if you want to get the physical copy, £67. Now, why is this the case? Because if you notice with a lot of first party, well, I say first party, if you notice with a lot of Switch 2 games, for example, the digital version is actually cheaper. Like, for example, if you look at Mario Kart World and you look at the price of it in, say, like your local game shop in the UK, £75 for the physical copy. If you go on Switch 2, it's like 67. Now, why is this? I feel like this needs to be addressed, because let's be honest, Nintendo probably isn't doing this because it costs more money to obviously print the cartridges and whatever. I think it largely comes down to obviously the fact that they know they can charge this. Because physical games, let's be fair, have been dying for a long time. If you look at, like, say, Xbox games and PlayStation games, for example, most of the games you buy physically on them, the complete, like, game is not even on the disc. Like, you have to download most of it. And basically, you just put the disc in and it sends a notification to the shop that, hey, you can download this game, because obviously that's what it allows. Now, with the Switch 2, the full game is on the cartridge when it comes to, obviously, Nintendo's first-party game so far, at least. Yeah, they've not put any other game key cards out for the Switch 2 first-party stuff yet. So, they'll probably use the argument that, you know, the card's bigger than the Switch 2 card, than the Switch 1 card, so obviously it costs more to produce them, which I do understand. I do understand, obviously, you've got to factor in those costs. But also, like, for years, like, first-party, not even first-party, but, like, for years, physical games and digital games cost about the same price. Like, it's just very strange to me that now, all of a sudden, Nintendo is like, oh, no, these digital games are like £10 more expensive, £10 cheaper than the physical games. And it's like, I understand, like I said, the printing the cartridges and the cases and all that stuff you've got to do to actually make the physical games, but it just feels really off that they're doing it now. Like, this has been the case for years, and Nintendo's only really doing it now, and it's just like, what's changed? You know, like, I know, like, we have inflation and all that sort of stuff, but realistically, why is it they've put the prices up of their games? So, obviously, their games are more expensive than most other developers and stuff anyway, because I don't see any other companies selling a game for £75 for a standard version of a game. You know, obviously, second-hand shops are different, but, like, a brand new game, £85 to me, I've not seen any other company doing that right now, unless it's, like, got DLCs and stuff included. And it's weird they're doing that with Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza, and they're, like, more expensive physically than digitally. Now, that's just kind of strange to me. And obviously, for the average person who obviously doesn't have a lot of disposable income, that's obviously makes it a lot harder to actually purchase these games, because obviously you have to obviously, you know, save up more, or you need to work longer hours in order to actually be able to afford these games. And it's just kind of really strange that it feels like they're killing physical games. Like, people who say, oh yeah, they're doing that with the game key cards anyway. Yeah, it feels like Nintendo's been killing physical games for a long time. And now that they're charging more money for physical games than they are digital games, I feel like a lot of physical games are going to take a hit. And the sales are going to just be more and more digital. And then obviously, we may even see a digital-only Switch 2. You never know. Because, you know, everyone else seems to have a digital-only version of each of their consoles. Like, I know PlayStation and Xbox both have one. But Xbox was ahead of the curve. It had, like, a digital-only Xbox One. And I know Sony had, like, a digital-only PSP back in the day, which, you know, those systems failed because obviously what they were. Now it seems like everyone is accepting that the physical games are just dead. And it feels like Nintendo's last holdout. But, like, they're charging more money for the physical versions of those games. It's very likely less people are going to buy the games physically, and more people just buy the game digitally. And it's just kind of sad to see, to be honest. Because, you know, why I like physical Nintendo games, and why I buy my Nintendo games physically anyway, is because I actually enjoy, you know, holding them. I actually enjoy holding the cartridge in my hand. I'm like, yeah, I own this. I can play this game. I know people are like, oh, it's not, you don't own it, it's a license. That is what it is. But, you know, a physical game is just so much more enjoyable to hold. And also, it's nicer to give as a present. Like, you can't give someone on a gift, like, I can't really give someone a Switch 2 code for a game as a birthday present or Christmas present and, like, not kind of feel like you just give them a bit of paper. Like, I know the bit of paper's worth, like, 60, 70 quid, whatever it's worth, but it's just a bit of paper at the end of the day. And I feel like having actual physical cartridges is actually a lot better, because obviously then you actually have, like, more, there's more reason, there's more, like, in my opinion, there's more value in that, because obviously you can actually hold it in your hand and be like, oh, this is amazing, thank you. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think the Switch 2 prices are insane? Do you think the Nintendo Switch 2 prices for physical games compared to digital games is a bit weird, bit off? Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like, all that sort of stuff. I've been EC. I'm signing out. Peace.